Award embarrass me. Wimba Award embarrass a woman like me with over 20-something million followers on social media. Please, I didn't do anything to these people. I don't know them.
All I can say is thank you so much, Wimba, for embarrassing me in this event. Thank you.
So, WIBA Awards invites Beauty by Alice all the way to France. She's nominated for Best Content Creator. So Alice goes to France, get beautified. She leaves her family behind. She pays for her flight, her hotel. She pays for everything. The award does not sponsor nothing. She's just there to receive her award and leave out. So Alice gets to the awards. Everybody's name is called, and they receive their awards. All the nominees that received an award, they did end up taking a big group picture. So they didn't call Alice's name until the show was over with. The room was completely empty. No more than 30 people were in the room. Then they proceed to call her name and give her award. Although at that point Alice was already crying and she was humiliated, she proceeds to go to the stage and accept her award. And he passes the mic to her to give her speech. And she says thank you. She want to thank them for embarrassing her. And the crazy thing about the whole situation, when he passed her the mic and she said what she said, he asked no questions. The show was automatically over. What was the point of the invitation if y'all was just going to humiliate her like that? And then she get no accommodations at all. They show no remorse, and that was very disrespectful because she deserved that reward. But allegedly, the same thing happened to WizKid, but he did deny the award, and I wish she would have denied the award also, because she's worth more than just an award.
Hello, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, I'm your girl Amy, and this is Trending Pulse Worldwide, where we keep it real with all the trending stories and the real talk behind them. So today we need to talk about Beauty by Alice, you know, the TikTok queen with almost 20 million followers. Well, she recently went to France to collect a big award at the WIBA Awards, but the way she was treated has got everyone talking, and honestly it's really messed up. So I'm gonna share the clips with you, and when I'm back we are going to unpack this whole situation because there's a lot to say. Let's take a look.
WIBA Awards, this is not acceptable. My queen, they don't deserve your tears. They don't deserve your tears. Pick up the ground, please. I'm sure that many of you are aware of Alice. She's a very popular businesswoman that does a lot of content. She resides in America. I saw this video on my FYP and I was a bit confused at first because I was thinking, what on earth is going on? Like, what's this? Obviously, so I proceeded to do my little investigation by going onto her page and watching the videos before this video. Come to find out that she won an award. She won an award and she traveled all the way from America to France to go and collect her award. So while she was there, they did not call her name. They gave her award at the end of the whole show. But wait, what? So why would you even contact Alice to come? And then when Alice turns up, you don't acknowledge her. The other woman is absolutely rude. Alice is trying to have a conversation with you, letting you know what she's not happy about because you virtually embarrassed her. Did you guys invite her to come there to embarrass her? And after seeing the second video, I see the clear picture. There is definitely some sort of racism going on over here. You guys did not want her to be amongst them. That is pure racism. I can see clearly, like, no, just look. Just look. Alice, you looked absolutely amazing and stunning. You looked so beautiful. Thank you for still collecting your award. And a lot of people in the comments are saying, why did you still take the award? It was because we voted for you to get this award, and we thank you for, you know, even though in the moment it was embarrassing and everything, and the way they treated you was so unfair, and hopefully you can sue them. I'm praying to God that you can sue them because that is not acceptable. If they've done it to you, I wonder how many more other people they have done it to of color. So thank you for still collecting the award. I know you feel some type of way. I know you feel broken. I know you feel hurt by what they have done. Please, 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 please take it further. I'm not going to ask you to forgive them and keep it moving. No, you are a black woman, hard-working woman, and you deserved that award. And the way they treated you and embarrassed and humiliated you in front of many, thank you very much for making that video and letting us see how they treated you. Thank you for letting us know. Now we're gonna do our part as your supporters and make sure that that does not happen to anyone else of color again, because that is not acceptable. WIBA Awards, if you know you are a racist, or you're all racist in fact, please, please, please kindly leave our people aside. Leave our people aside. It's not by force for you to give us awards. If you're not going to do things equally, I'm asking you kindly to leave people of color alone. Don't even call our name. Don't even include us in your shows. Please, please, because we are not going to accept such embarrassment. We're not accepting such embarrassment. That was ridiculous. That was disgusting. That was disgusting. And for the woman that was smiling and laughing while Alice was collecting her award, you need to be sacked. I don't understand what was funny about that situation.
They love to play in our face. They don't care. They will play in our face at every cost. And I know she's been caught up in a lot of controversy, but they was wrong for this one. And I do feel bad for her. She spent a lot of money. She made a lot of sacrifices. She gave a lot up, and she left her family here with obligations that she could have stood by. Don't chase validation. You don't need to validate yourself when you've already made a name for yourself. You don't need to chase an award or a trophy to validate yourself when you've already made a name for yourself.
Okay, let's talk about what we just watched, because what happened at that WIBA event was so disrespectful and humiliating. Like, they invited Alice to come all the way from her home, and then when she showed up, they treated her like she was nothing, telling her she was sent a fake email, like really, refusing to let her in. Then after the guest had left, oh, now you want to give her the award alone on an empty stage? That was intentional, if you really ask me. And don't even get me started on that white girl in the clip, smirking as Alice was finally called up, like it was some kind of joke. You all saw that, right? That's the silent cruelty a lot of black people face when we are finally recognized in spaces we weren't meant to be in. According to them, why invite black people to your events if you're going to treat them like trash? Why include us in your campaigns, your lineups, your guest list, if all you want to do is use us for clout and embarrass us when it counts? You know, Alice didn't beg to be there. She didn't force her way in. She was invited. She paid for her own trip. She showed up professionally and got harassed at the door like some random gate crasher. She even missed her own son's graduation to attend, and instead of opportunity, she got humiliation. But let me just say this, you know, black women don't owe anyone an apology for showing up and shining, and we are done being quiet when stuff like this happens, because this isn't just about Alice alone. This is about the way black people, especially black women, are still being treated when we enter predominantly white spaces. Whether it's Europe, the US, or anywhere else, we are good enough to win the award, but not so good enough to be treated with dignity. Nah. You know what? These organizations definitely need to be held accountable. And as for WIBA, you're messed up and we see you, and so does the world. So with that said, let me know what you think in the comments. Was this a mistake or was it racism? Plain and simple, because from where I'm sitting, the message was loud and clear. And to every black creator watching this, don't ever let anyone make you feel like you don't belong, because you do. You've earned your spot, and we will keep calling this stuff out every single time. Thanks for rocking with me, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep having these real conversations. Stay safe, stay strong, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.